start recording. Let us check the chat. 0. What? Nice. That's you. Good evening. Yeah. That's Suma. Yeah, done. Hi, folks. I hope you all did homework. Anybody who has joined? I don't know who and all have joined. Only one person, one center has joined. Let's wait for 2 more minutes. Let's see if they come, and then we will move on. Can everybody see me and hear me? Whoever has joined, 2 centers have joined. Whoever has joined, can you see me and hear me? Okay, nobody is joining. Is there something the issue today? Why has nobody yet joined the class? Good evening, Sangana sir. Shall we begin? Shall we wait for 1-2 more minutes for more people to come? How come only 2 centers have joined today? Let us begin anyway. Aram se, let them join, whoever will come. Okay? Good evening, sir. Guru Swami sir from Mysore. Good evening. Let us begin. So, yesterday, where did we leave off? What did we do yesterday? We did annuities. Now, what are annuities? Annuities are regular payments, okay? Regular interval. At a regular interval, you make payments. So, at the end of every month, or in the middle of every month, at the end of every year, maybe, at the beginning of every quarter, maybe, okay? Whenever there is a good evening, Suma. Suma madam, good evening. Any period, okay, any fixed period, beginning or ending, with one regular interval when you make a payment, and the amount is constant. Okay, amount is not changing. Amount is also, if it is 10,000, it is 10,000, 1,000, 1,000, whatever an, amount may be, the amount is also same. Okay, with a interest. With an interest is called what? Annuity. If it is in the beginning, if it is in the beginning of every time period, For example, if I'm paying an annuity at the beginning of every month, it is called what? It is called annuity due or annuity immediate. Yes. Similarly, if I am paying it at the ending of every period, ending of every month, ending of every year, ending of every quarter, that is called what? Annuity regular. Correct? That is called annuity regular or annuity proper. Okay? Aita? Okay, we did that yesterday. What else did we do yesterday? We saw something called as present value. Yes or no? What is present value? Now, see, we are studying the chapter of time value of money. The whole concept is that the value of money today will not be the value of money in the future, or the value of money in the past is not the same as the value of money today. Yes. So present value means in the future, if I'm making annuity, okay, okay, 2024 December dalli one payment I'll do. Next year December dalli innondu. Then 2026 December dalli innondu payment. Okay. At the end of every year in December, I am doing some payments. Now, 2024 December ending payment is not will not be the same in the value as December 2025 payment. However, because it is an annuity, the amount will be same. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Even if I am doing 10,000, December 2025 also 10,000, 2026 also 10,000, isn't, can we not say due to time value of money and inflation and interest that this 10,000 will not be same value as this 10,000, and 2025 10,000 will not be the same value as 2024 10,000. And now we are in July. Okay, we can also say if I make payment in July 10,000 is also slightly different from December 10,000. Why? Time value of money. Today, whatever purchasing power 10,000 rupees can give me, tomorrow it might not give me. For example, say I have my phone. My phone today is 10,000 rupees, say. Now, next year, this time, maybe this will have some more costs. Okay, maybe this will be 11,000, maybe this will be 12,000. Same phone, same specification, 6 inches, 64 MP camera, whatever it is, same phone. Next year 10,000 might not be the cost. I might not be able to buy the same phone with the same cost in the next year. That is what is present value. Why we need the present value concept? Because we want to see what is the value today. Whatever future payments are happening, we want to see the value of all those payments as of today's money, in today's value. Okay, that is present value. Then what did we see? We saw the present value of annuity regular. We saw present value of annuity due. We saw future value of annuity regular. We saw future value of annuity due. Yes or no? With annuity due, we shall calculate same as annuity regular and multiply the answer with 1 plus I in both the cases. Okay? Yes. Here we will do this in a slightly different manner, but the concept remains the same. Okay? Now, did we remember to do the homework? What homework was there? Homework was example 39 and example 41, if I'm not wrong. Yes, no? Yeah, see, homework 39. Let us do 39 first. What did they say? Future value of an annuity of rupees 1000 per month at the beginning of each month for 2 years. Okay? at 12%. Now, let us see this. Okay, what did they ask for? First of all, it is beginning of every month. This is annuity due. Okay, what did they say? Each month. So, monthly this is. Yes or no? This is a monthly annuity. This is not yearly, this is not quarterly. However, interest is always given as per annum. So first what should we do? Let us find out let us find out the rate of interest for month. How will we do this? Where 12%, if it is for 12 months, how much is for 1 month? Isn't it 1% or 0.01? Yes, correct. Can we move? Let us move. Now, what else did they say? They said 10,000 10,000 per month at the beginning of every month for how many years? For 12 months and 2 years. Yes, correct. Okay, wait, sorry. It is 1,000. See, already some mistakes are happening today. Huh? Okay, let's go. Now, what was the formula that we saw yesterday? Tell me. Is this A 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1, this thing divided by I, and this was what? This is future value of annuity regular. For annuity due, what should we do? We should multiply by what? 1 plus I. Yes, did you at least try this, any of you? Annuity, how much are they paying? They are paying 1,000 rupees. Now, 1 plus I is how much we just saw here? 0.01 to the power of how much? N is what here? Monthly payments into 2. So, 24. Yes or no? 24 minus 1 into 1 plus 0.01. This divided by 0.01. Correct? Yes. Now, let us solve. What are we getting here? 1,000. 1.01 to the power of 24 minus 1 into 1.01 divided by 0.01. Yes. Can we quickly do this? 1.01 into equal to and 24 times. Yes, 23 times. How much will we get? At the end of it, something like 1.26 something we will get. So 1000 into 1.26973 something. Yes, 1.26973 approx minus 1 divided by 0.01 divided, sorry, multiplied by 1.01. So 1.26973 minus 1 divided by 0.01 total multiplied by 1000 into 1.01. How much are we getting? Are we all getting 27,242.73 approximately? Yes, that is the answer. So, an annuity of 1000 rupees per month for 2 years at 12% per annum will value to 27,242 at the ending of it. Okay, Aita, can we move on? This question, any doubts? Can we move on to the next question, homework question 41? Homework question 41 is what it is? It is a loan question, correct? It is a loan question of present value. Why? Mr. A has borrowed money. He has taken a loan today, no? Loan today he has taken 5,000 rupees, sorry, 5 lakh rupees for buying a house. He will pay how much? He will pay for 20 years. Equal installments, repayments for 20 years he will do when there is 10% interest. What have they said? They have said 5 lakh rupees loan, they have said. They have said 20 years? Yes. 10%? Yes. What you have to find out? You have to find out the annual installment. Yes, let us do it. Now, yesterday there was this very simple formula that we have seen where V is equal to A into P of N and I. Okay. Now, here we have the present value. We have it as 5 lakhs. Today's value is 5 lakhs. Annuity beku. Yes. But it is the same formula. Similarly, like any other equation. So, what is N here? N is how many times will you pay here? 20 times. Yes, 20 years annual payments. So 20 times and I is how much? 10%. So 0.1. Now, yesterday we saw this. We saw the very same trick, didn't we? 1 divided by, simple, first step, 1 divided by 1 plus I. How much is that 1 divided by 1.1? Now, do is equal to, after this, how many times? 20 times. Why? 20 is n. Do is equal to 20 times. How much will we get? Tell me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, 20 times when you did is equal to, just simply press the GT button. That's all. Simply press the GT button. How much did you get? You should have gotten 8.5135 tara, something approximately. Yes. Simply let us do this. So, how much is that? 5 lakhs is equal to A into 8.5135. Yes. So, 5 lakhs divided by 8.5135 is equal to A. How much is that? It is 58,729.8 approx. Yes. Is there an option like this? 58,729. Option number B is the answer. Okay. Bhimappa sir, good evening. Homework did you do? Are you following where we are currently? Yes. Is it clear so far? What did we do this and all? Yesterday we discussed, no? Did you do the homework easily? Okay, shall we move ahead now? Yes? Okay, cool. Today, what we'll be doing, let us continue the chapter. Now, what and all will we doing today? We are going to start with something called as sinking fund. Now, sinking fund, it is not a concept in quant. It is actually, you will find it in accounts. Okay. Here, why sinking fund we are doing is, we want to see the applications of real life, practical applications of present value and future value. Okay. That is why we are looking at sinking fund. So accountancy sinking fund, accountancy depreciation is very, very different from what we are doing here today. Okay. Okay. So what is a sinking fund? Very, very basic I'll touch. I won't go into detail. Okay. Sinking fund is what? It is a fund set aside. It is a fund set aside for specific purposes. Okay, it is a fund set aside for specific purposes like repaying a loan. Okay, it is something, it is a corpus fund, it is a separate fund that they have set aside to do what? To any specific purpose like giving back a loan. Okay, that is a sinking fund. Now, how can you identify a sinking fund? It is a sequence of periodic payments. Periodic ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Constant, regular intervals. Periodic payments. So every 1 month period, 2 month period, maybe 6 months period, maybe 1 year period, every specified period, there is one payment. That is a it is a sinking fund is a sequence of periodic payments. Okay, and over a specific time period, they have fixed a time period, 2 years, 3 years. Okay, so over a specified time period. And a fixed rate of interest and a rate of interest. Okay, isn't it the same as annuity if you think about it? Correct, no? Annuity was also what? Periodic payments, monthly, quarterly, yearly, whatever. Specified period of time, yes, that is also there. Rate of interest, that is also annuity common, yes or no? So sinking fund is basically a real life application of annuities. That's all. That is all there is. It is a very, very simple concept. Okay. So the formula, whenever you want to solve a question regarding sinking funds, it will be the same as annuity formulas. Which formulas are? Depending upon the question. Correct? Question ದಲ್ಲಿ what we want ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ उसके हिसाब से we will have to change the formula also. Correct? Let us solve a question, sinking fund question. First, let us see this, okay? Sinking fund is a type of fund that is created and set purposely for repaying debt. Correct? Certain amount the owner sets aside regularly and uses it for a specific purpose. Correct? Interest is compounded at the beginning or ending of every period. Correct? Let us fast do example number 44. Okay, what do they say? They say how much amount is required to be invested every year so as to accumulate 3 lakh rupees at the end of 10 years if the interest is compounded annually at 10%. Now, they want for any specific purpose. Let us assume they want to buy some machinery at the end of 10 years. 2024 ivaga 2034 mein they want to buy one machinery. That machinery in 2034 will cost 3 lakh rupees. They want 3 lakh rupees at the end of 2034. How will they get the 3 lakhs? They want to put aside. They want to take some money and put it in a bank account somewhere. Every single year for 10 years, 2024, 25, 26, for the 10 years, they want to do what? They want to put aside certain amount of money with the interest of 10%. So that by the ending of 10 years, they want exactly 3 lakh rupees. Okay. How will we find this out? Tell me. Future value, can you see, is 3 lakhs at the end of 10 years. So 10 years, after 10 years, like 10 साल बीत गए, then you have 3 lakhs. So future value is 3 lakhs at the end of 10 years. So n is 10, correct? Why? It is compounded annually. How much is I? I is 10. What do we want then? What are we searching for? We require the A. How much is the annuity? How much is the regular payment? Like HDD side mein, how much should they put? How much should they take and put it in a bank account so that at the end of it, it is 3 lakh rupees. Okay. So what will that formula be? Isn't it the same formula as future value of annuity regular? Correct. Why? At the end of 10 years, we are assuming this is what? This is annuity due. Why? They didn't say annuity. Sorry, we are assuming this is annuity regular. Why? When it is annuity due, they'll tell you beginning of every period anta. Okay. So when they haven't said anything, this is annuity regular. So this is the same formula as this is the same this is the same formula as future value of annuity regular, which was what? Which is what we have just done. Yes, this is the formula. Now, out of this, we need to find out what in this question. In this question, do we need to find out the future value or A? We need to find out the A. Okay, cool. So this is what, so this becomes 3 lakhs at the end of it is equal to A 1 plus I was how much? 10%. Now 10% in decimals is how much? 0.1. Yes. How? 10 divided by 100. Yes. I hope this and all is very, very clear to you all. Fractions and decimals you should be doing like this. 1 plus 0.1 to the power of how much? 10 years. No. 10 years compounded annually minus 1 divided by 0.1. Correct? So let us quickly calculate this. How much are you getting? 1.1 into equal to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So are we all getting 2.539 approx? 5937 approx? So 3 lakhs is equal to A into 2.5937 minus 1 upon 0.1. This is what? Let us solve this further. Minus 1 is equal to divided by 0.1. This is 15.937A. Correct? Into A. Yes. So How will we find out? A. A is equal to 3 lakh divided by 15.937. Why? Here it was multiplying A. To bring A on one side, we got it to the 3 lakh rupees side to divide. How much will that be? Will it be 18,823.61862 approx? Yes, correct. Do we have an option like this? 18823.62. Yes, we have an option. It is option number A. Okay, done. Aika, are we understanding this so far? Sinking fund, did you understand? Such a simple, small topic. See, that's all. That's all is the topic. Yes, very nice. Shall we move ahead? No new formula also, no. It is the same thing. It is annuity regular formula only. It is annuity regular future value formula only. So no new formula also. It is simply a application of annuity regular. Yes. Any doubts? Shall we move ahead? Please tell me in the chat if you are having any doubts. Otherwise, let us move ahead to leasing. Okay. Shall we move ahead? Let's move ahead. If any doubts, please tell me in the chat. Right now, chat is saying nothing, so I'm assuming it is clear. Okay. Let us see leases. Leases also a accountancy concept. You would have already studied leasing in CPT, CA Foundation, a little bit in an accountancy, I think, and you will get some more in Inter. Here we are looking at simply from a quantitative aptitude point of view. Correct? Lease. What is a lease? I'll tell you. Say Mr. A has made a factory. Okay, Mr. A has made a factory. Now, Mr. A has put a lot of money into the factory. Right now, he cannot buy this machinery. Mr. A cannot buy this machinery right now. So, what does he do? He'll take this from Mr. B at a rent. When machinery is rented, machinery or any big fixed assets are rented, they are called leases. What are leases? Leases, for example, there are two types of lease. I think in accountancy you should have studied this. Operating and financing. Financing means end of the lease, Mr. A will become the owner of the machinery. Okay. So installments tarah he is giving the lease rent. Operating lease meaning at the end of the lease period, machinery will go back to Mr. B only. It is the owner is still Mr. B. Okay. Oh, can you not see the? Oh, okay. Okay. Let me do this properly. Can you see this? Oh no. Okay, never mind. Okay, even if you can't see, you can listen, no, properly. Correct, that is enough. So when they say operating lease, they mean at the end of the period it is pure rent. Mr. A will take one machinery from Mr. B. Let us say this is machinery. Mr. A will take this. He will keep paying rent for using this. End of lease, this will go back to the owner. Now, with financing lease, I want to buy this, okay, but I don't want to give all the money right now. So, I will add one interest to this. Both of these leases will obviously have interest because that is natural, okay. We will just add one interest and we'll keep giving slightly higher amount as rent so that by the end of the last payment, this machinery will remain with me and I will become the owner. Mr. A will become the owner. Okay, cool, great. If it is only rent, it is operating. If it is leasing to buy the machinery, it is financing lease. Okay, cool. Now, a financial arrangement under which owner of the asset allows the user to give the asset for a defined period of time. Defined period of time. It is a fixed thing. You can't say lease for how much time? Whatever amount of time. You can't say like that. It has to be 1 year lease, 2 year lease. Specify the amount of time for a consideration. Consideration meaning what? Quid quo pro. Remember, consideration. What is the consideration? Lease rental. Like if you live in a house, what is the consideration for the house owner? House rent. Similarly, if you are using a machinery, what is the consideration for the machine owner? The lease rental. Okay, over a given period of time is called leasing. Now, the person who is giving the machinery, owner of the machinery is called what? Lessor. Who is taking the machinery? Lessee. Correct? Owner of the asset is called lessor. Correct? And user of the asset, the one who is giving rent and using the machinery or the building or the land, whatever, they are called the lessee. And for whatever period the lease is going on, it is called the lease period, lease time. Okay? Great. That's it. That is the lease concept. Shall we quickly solve some questions? Yes, let us first do an example, a little bit of example to get you to really understand what it is, okay? Now, imagine normally if I tell you I want one machine, I want one X machine, okay? This machine X will cost me, if I buy it today, it will cost me 4,000 rupees. Or if I lease it, it will be 4 annual payments of rupees 1,250. Okay, if I tell you this, if I say this, if I tell you that I can either buy it at 4,000 rupees or I can pay 4 annual payments of 1,250 rupees. Now, normal humans will do what? They will say, hey, 1250 into 4 meaning 5,000 alva. So lease meaning, first of all, rent I'm giving. Second of all, lease 5,000 I'm giving. Buying 4,000 I'll buy, no? But we are finance people. What will we say? We will say 4 annual payments. At the end of this year, 1,250. At the next year, and 1,250. Then next year, 1,250. All these values are separate from each other. Yes. Why? Time value of money. That is why they have that. And then you will go and find out what is the interest going around. The interest going around is 14%. Okay, once you find this out, you are like, let us see if truly 4,000 is better or annual payments are better. 4,000 is present value. How? If I want this today, I will give 4,000 today. Machine X, if I want to buy today only, I will give 4,000. So what do we want to find out here? We want to find out the present value of total cash outflow. Correct? Of total cash outflow, so that we can see whether 4,000 rupees today is better or 1,250 at as annual payments for the next 4 years is better. Okay, how do we do this? What is this? Isn't it also annuity if you think about it? Yes or no? Isn't it? How? 1,250 regular payment at the end of every year, regular constant regular periodicity, 1,250 fixed amount also, interest also 14% we have. So at the end of every period, so what do we want? We want present value of annuity regular. Yes, correct. Yes or no? Now when there is annuity regular, didn't we see the formula of this already? The simple formula. What is it? V is equal to A into P of Ni. Correct? How do we do this? Here, we want to find out the present value. Annuity is how much? 1,250 per year. Now, how much is N? 4 years, no? 4 years. At the end of 4 years. Interest rate is how much? 14%. 14% is 0.14. Correct? Now, how do we do this method? Step 1, what? 1 divided by 1 plus I, which is what? 1 divided by 1.14. Aita? Now, second, what do? You press is equal to how many times? 4 times. Why? N is equal to 4. Then 3, what do? You press the GT. Excuse me. Yeah. Now, 4 times. Third, what do? You press the GT button. Aita? You press the GT button. So now, let us do this. How much did we get? We got 1250 into 2.9137. Correct? 9137 approx. How much is this? This is 3,642 rupees and 14 paisa approx. Correct? So the present value, if I give 1,250 of lease rental for the next 4 years, it will be, in today's money, it will be 3,642 rupees. If I buy, how much will it be? 4,000. So which is better? Which is cheaper option? It is actually rental. Okay? So we will rent. In this case, we will rent. Now, did you understand the lease concept thoda? Can I move ahead? Thoda with this example, did you understand? Let us do this question, whatever they have given. Okay. Oh, see, we did example 46 only. Correct, no? 14%, 1,250, 4 years, 4,000, same only, no? So, this is already done. What should we do? Tell me, answer, tell me what should we do? Should we purchase for 4,000 rupees? Or should we lease for 3,600 and how much? 42 rupees? Are both of them same? Or should we do none of this? What should we do? We should lease. Correct? Now, let us do question number 45. What are they saying? They are saying ABC Limited wants to lease out a machinery, anything, an asset, costing how much? 3,60,000 rupees. Now, for a 5-year period, okay, it has a fixed rental of 1,05,000 per annum. Okay, what 1,05,000 per annum is the rental, lease rental. Okay. Now, when is it starting? It is an annual payment starting from the end of the first year. End of the first year, and this is what? Annuity regular. Correct? Yes. Now, suppose rate of interest is 14% per annum. So, I is equal to 14% per annum or 0.14. Yes, compounded annually. So, once per year is enough. On which money can be invested by the company in this agreement. Okay, now the whole asset is costing them 3,60,000 rupees in today money. Yes, today 12th July, if they go out and buy this machinery, it will cost them 3,60,000 rupees. Now, if they want to rent it out, they will have to pay 1,05,000 rupees for the next 5 years, starting at the end of the first year. Correct? Now, so if we simply do the mathematics, you could say, कोई बोल सकता है ना कि 1,05,000 into 5 मतलब 1,05,000 into मेंटल कैलकुलेशन 5,25,000 दे रहे हैं हम लोग, तो इससे अच्छा खरीद लेंगे. Better to buy only for 3,60,000. But again, once again, we are finance people. You are doing CA now. What should you do? You should say time value of money is there. At the end of 5 years, 1,05,000 is not equal to at the end of fourth year 1,05,000. That is not equal to third year and 1,05,000. That is not equal to today's 1,05,000. Ardhaita. So what should we do? How should we find out what is the today's value of rental? How do we compare? We compare by getting the present value of cash flow. Now, how is the cash flow? Is the cash flow an annuity? Yes. 5 years fixed period, 1,05,000 fixed amount, 14% interest is there. So, we put the present value of annuity regular formula? Yes, we can. What is this formula? The formula is V is equal to A into P of N and I. Now, what is the V here? That is what we have to find out. How much is the annuity? How much is the annuity? The annuity is 1,05,000 into P of N is how much? N is 5 years. I is how much? 0.14. Yes. Now, again, once again, what is the, what are the steps here? What are the steps to calculate this? Tell me. The steps are: first, 1 divided by 1 plus I, which is 1 divided by 1.14. Second, you press is equal to how many times? 5 times. Okay. Then what do? You press GT button. Correct? How much will we get here? Tell me. Quickly do and tell me. 1 divided by 1.14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, GT. How much are we getting? Tell me. Are all of you getting the same? How much are we getting for P? P of N and I is equal to how much? 3.433 approx. Correct? Good evening, Santosh Avre. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? No problem. Try and catch up, try and understand what we are doing. It's okay. Yes. Now, how do we get V? V is equal to 1,05,000 into this one, 3.433. Correct? Now, so how much is this? Into 1,05,000. So this is 3,60,473.5 rupees approximately. Correct? Now, this is the present value of leasing, of lease rent. Correct? How much was it to buy? Let us see. The how much was it to buy? To purchase also it was 3,60,000 only. Only a 500 rupees difference, 473 rupee difference. So here, should the company lease or no? Should the company lease or no? It should not lease. Why? Buying is only cheaper. Okay? Buying is only cheaper in this case. Aita? Are we understanding this nicely so far? Shall I move ahead? Leases, did you all understand? So, 45 is also done. Now, once you go home, try and solve 46th question and 45th question by yourself once again, just to understand, just to check whether or not concept samajh aaya ki nahi aaya. We have solved both of them here, but try and solve them once on your own without seeing the board and without doing it with me, to find out whether or not you have understood the concepts. I hope that is happening. Okay. Okay, great. Shall we move on? Okay. Now, let's move on to the next concept. Okay. The next concept is, we will come back to annuities for a little bit. Okay. Let us come back to annuities for a little bit. Now, there are types of annuities. Yes. We saw a few of them. Correct? Annuities. Two types, which is due and regular. Regular andre end of the month payments. For example, salaries. Due andre beginning of the month, like rent. So this is beginning. Annuity due or uh, annuity immediate is beginning of the month. Regular or proper means ending of the month payments. Correct? I hope this is very, very clear. Why I'm repeating this so many times is that is a very important concept. Okay, if you get confused between these two, the formula will be wrong, the sum will be wrong. Okay, let us do this. Now, what we are going to do now is, we are going to look at something called perpetuity. What is a perpetuity? There is an English word, perpetual, meaning forever. Okay, perpetual means forever. So perpetuity is what? It is a forever annuity. Forever annuity. Forever annuity means what? Have you seen? You'll get pensions. Grandmothers, grandfathers, they will get pensions. Pensions, do they tell you? Annuity andre what? First, fixed amount. Second of all, fixed interest. Third is what? Fixed period of time. 3 years, 4 years, 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, what? When it is a pension, can you ever know Kaivara in the good evening, sir, Nagaraja, sir. Did you join just now? The class was at 5, you know. I hope you can start catching up from perpetuity itself at least. Yes. Now, if you have seen pensions, Ajji Tata, they will get pensions, no? Pensions, do they specify? Ki 20 years and then done, 1 year and then done. Do they say like that? No. So, the closest example is pensions. Okay. Now, when there is a forever annuity, how do you find out the present value? How can this happen? You have to give forever. How will you find the present value? It is actually very, very, very simple. The concept is extremely simple. The formula is P by I. That's all. That is all. How simple? P is what here? The perpetuity amount. How much are they giving forever? By I. I is what? Interest. That's all. That is the formula for perpetuity. How simple is this? Tell me. Let us solve a question. Okay. Let us see example number 47. Now, what are they saying? If money is worth 6% per annum, so I is what? I is 6. Correct? Or 6% or 0.06. Present value of a perpetuity of 3,300 rupees payable annually. So per year, how much are they paying? Per annum, 3,300 rupees they are paying, where interest is 6% or 0.06. So, present value is what? P by I. Here, P is how much? 3,300. I is how much? 0.06. How much is it? It is 55,000 rupees. Correct? Are you understanding? That's all. It is that simple. Isn't it so simple, this one? Tell me. So simple, no? Now, let's do the next question. What does it say? It says 8% converted quarterly. Quarterly meaning 1 yearly 4 times. So, once in every 3 months. Present value of perpetuity we need to find out. If at the end of each quarter 1,000 rupees is being paid. Okay, let us do this. What are they saying? At the end of each quarter, they have to pay how much? 1,000 rupees, correct? At what interest rate? 8,000 per annum. When it is 8% per annum, how much is it for? 1 quarter. 1 quarter. 1/4. Yes. Or if you want, you can do it as 3 by 12 because 1 quarter is 3 months. That also cut okay 1 by 4 only will come. So how much is it? Isn't it 2%? Correct. Also 0.02. Correct. Now, isn't it that simple? P by I. How much is P? 1,000. How much is this one? 0.02. How much is that? It is 50,000. Okay, clear? Easy concept. Any doubts or shall we move ahead? Perpetuity. Once, if you want, just yes, underline these things. Maybe P is how much is the payment, periodic payment. I is what? I is interest. Maybe highlight this also. It is a small formula. Maybe 1-2 questions will come mostly. A lot of questions and all will not come. Any doubts so far? If there are any doubts, you can please tell me in the chat. Otherwise, we will continue to the next concept. Shall we move ahead? No doubts, anybody? Yes, let us move ahead. Now, the next concept is called growing perpetuity. What have we just saw? We just seen. We have seen perpetuity. Perpetuity means permanent annuity. We saw perpetual annuity. Correct. Similarly, this concept is called growing perpetuity. So perpetuity means forever annuity. Correct. So this is forever annuity and it is also growing. Growing means what? Forevermore there will be some payment and with a specific period some extra growth will also be there. Okay. So interest, for example, just to give an example, say if I'm telling I'll give you 1000 per year where the interest rate is 15% and every 5 years or so I'll increase it by 2% also. This is growing, correct? This was perpetuity. This is a growing perpetuity. That's all. That is the concept. Ashte. How simple, no? Okay. How simple. Now, when it was only perpetuity, the present value was what? The present value was P by I. Perpetual payments, interest. When there is growing, when there is growing, it is slightly different. You have now, you have three things. No, here only two things, interest and perpetual payments. Here you will have one extra element called G. G is growth rate. Okay, growth rate. Now, when it is a growing perpetuity, the present value will be given by P divided by I minus G. Aita, P will be given by I minus G. That is all. That is the formula. How simple, tell me? Let us fast do the question. Example number 49, let's see. The discount rate, okay, the interest rate, the discount rate is 10% per annum, okay. How much would you pay to receive 8,000, sorry, 800 rupees growing at 8% annually forever? Forever meaning always perpetual, always annuity. Yes or no? Which is known as perpetuity. Correct? So this is a perpetuity question. Now, what are they saying? They are saying they want to receive 800 rupees per year, every year, when the interest rate is 10% per annum and the growth rate is 8% per annum. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Let us try this. Now, what is the P here? What is the perpetual payment? 800 rupees they are getting. How much is I? I is 10% or 0.1. How much is G? G is 8% growth annually or 0.08. How can we do this? P by I minus G. Correct? How much is this? If you want, you can do this here only. 10% minus 8% andre 2%. So 800 divided by 2% or 800 divided by 0.02. How much is this? It is 40,000 rupees. Correct? So the answer is 40,000 rupees. That's all. That's simple. How simple? That's it. Done. Growing perpetuity. That's all. Yeah. Let us look at one more question. I hope you can all see example number 42. Can you see example number 42, everybody? Yeah. See? What are they saying? They are saying assume that the they are saying assume that the discount rate is 7% per annum. I is equal to 7% per annum or 0.07. How much would you pay to receive 50 rupees? So P is 50 rupees forever, growing at 5%. So G is 5% or 0.05 forever. Forever meaning perpetuity, correct? And perpetuity is also annually. They are not saying anything like quarterly or semi-annually or nothing. They are saying annually. So directly you can put. What is the formula again? P by I minus G. Present value is P by I minus G. Here also directly only you can do 7%, 5%. So 2% is the difference. So what is this? 50 by 0.07 minus 0.05 or 50 by 0.02 or 2%, which is how much? Tell me. 250. Sorry, 2,500 rupees. Correct? That's it. Yeah, see, you can check answer here as well. 2,500. Correct. Okay? Done? Done. So now annuity, regular annuity due, present value, future value, perpetuity, growing perpetuity, all of it is done. Okay, we can move on to completely new topic. Okay. Now, first let us see some concepts. Okay, some small concepts we'll see, and then we will move on. Okay, first is nominal interest. Now, think of it logically, okay? So, inflation money what? Inflation money, the reverse of income interest, correct? Which is what yesterday if 1 kilo rice was 100 rupees, today it is 120 rupees. The increase is called as inflation, correct? Now, what they are saying is simply nominal interest is equal to real interest plus inflation. That is all. What does this mean? What does this mean? This means, so whenever, okay, let us say that I have put some money in one FD. FD is saying 10% interest they will give me. I said, okay, give me 10% interest. Now, that year outside the inflation became 15%. Okay, so think about it. Imagine this. Okay, I have given 100 rupees to the bank. Bank said 10% interest. At the end of 1 year, I have gotten 110 rupees. Okay. Now, बाहर inflation कितना हुआ? Inflation 15% हो गया. So at the end of 1 year, whatever was costing me 100 rupees 1 year ago, today it is costing me 115 rupees. But in the bank I kept, I got only 110. So 1 year ago, with this 100 rupees, I could have purchased 100 rupees saman. But now, because inflation was 15% and I got only interest of 10%, I am losing money. है कि नहीं? Same thing if I want to go buy today, I want 115 rupees. I got only 110. तो मेरा loss हो गया. If you think about it, you will say, oh, but 10% interest you got. 100 rupees became 110 rupees, 10 rupees extra you got. Yes or no? But real life, I have lost 5 rupees. How? Inflation has gone up to 115. Ardhakta idea. So this concept simply says that nominal interest means how much interest you are getting. That is after. So basically, what is the real interest? So say if the bank is giving you 10% and inflation, for example, was 5%. If inflation was 5% and bank had given you 10%, same example let us see. I have given 100 rupees to the bank 1 year ago and they said I will give you 10 rupees. So today you will get 110 rupees. Okay, is this better? Can you still hear me, anybody? Is there any audio issue? If there is an audio issue, please let me know. Okay. Similarly, inflation was 5%. So if 1 year ago I needed something for 100, so 1 year ago if something I needed 100 rupees to buy, 5% inflation, now I need 105 rupees to buy. So if I put my money in the bank, what happens? If I want to buy the same X thing today, I have 110 rupees. I need only 105 rupees. So I have a surplus of 5%. So this 5% or 5 rupees is my real interest. Correct? Here minus 5 was the real interest. That is all this concept is. It is only one formula. That is nominal interest is equal to real interest plus inflation. That's all. This is the formula. That's it. Okay. The question, if you want to do anything, is basically something like this. Ki bank interest is 12%. Okay. Inflation was 6%. How much is the real interest? How much did you actually gain? Now, what is the formula here? Nominal interest is equal to real interest plus inflation. Correct? So, if I want real interest, the formula is nominal interest minus inflation. Correct? Why? Inflation will go here, minus is equal to Ri. Correct? No. So real interest in this case is how much? Tell me. Nominal interest is bank interest 12%. Inflation is how much? 6%. So real interest is equal to 6%. Correct? आ गया? Perfect. Shall we move on ahead? That's it. This is the whole concept, by the way. How simple are these concepts? Say, such nice concepts we are studying now today. Small concepts, cute concepts. Now, next, let's go. Next concept is called depreciation. Depreciation also you would have 100% studied in accountancy, in school, wherever. Same thing. I will not tell you what depreciation is, what concept and all, nothing, because all of you know that. Okay. We are simply looking at it from a question point of view. That's it. That's all we are doing. Okay. Now, if you think about it, isn't depreciation the reverse of interest? Why? Interest meaning if I give you 100 rupees, then you will give me extra maybe interest percentage. So 5%, 10%, whatever extra you will give. Depreciation means what? I got something machinery or one asset, and every year 5%, 10%, 8%, whatever it is decreasing year by year. Correct? No. If you look at your books on page number 34, you'll actually find this also. Look at that. Does that formula seem kind of familiar to you? Why is this familiar? Because it is the same as compound interest, but instead of plus they have put minus. That's all. Correct? No? Yes or no? It is that simple. That's all. So amount is equal to what? Amount is equal to machinery का cost, asset cost, whatever, 1 minus R by 100 to the power of n. That's all. So let us quickly solve one question and we can go off. Let us look at example number 29 here. What are they saying? They're saying a machine will be depreciated at the rate of 20% on reducing balance. Reducing balance under WDV method. Correct? The original cost of the machine was 1 lakh rupees. Ultimate scrap value was 30,000. So we will depreciate this until it has become scrap value. So with 20%, you have to depreciate it till 30,000, until it is 30,000. 30,000 means it is scrap. Okay. What is the effective life of the machine? Now, what are they saying? Here, what is the scrap value? Scrap value is 30,000. That is what is being remaining. That is what is remaining at the end of whatever useful life. Correct? So, how much is this? Or simply do this. On your calculators, 1 lakh minus 20% minus 20% year 2, 64,000 it will be, minus 20% more, 51,500. Okay, simple. You can just keep doing this and you'll find the answer so easily, trust me. Look at this, 1 lakh first year minus 20%. So this is year 1. Year 2 starting, this will become 80,000. Why? Minus 20% agaittu. So 86,000 also minus 20%. So at the end of year 2, it will become, starting of year 3, it will become 64,000. Again 20%. How much has it become this time? Fourth year it will become 51,200. Again minus 20%. This is 40,960. 40,960. Again 20%. Sorry. Okay, again 20%. How much this time? We are getting 32,768. Scrap value was how much? 30,000. Here we are almost reaching 30,000 with some extra. How much time did we take? We took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Correct, no? 5 years. Plus something. How much something? 2,768 extra. Correct? Now, let us simply do the 6th year depreciation also. How much is 6th year depreciation? 32,768 into 20%. How much is that? It is 6,553.6 rupees. Now, if total for 12 months, it is, tell me, if total for 12 months it is 6,553.6, we want how much? We want to see for how long it is 2,768. Why? Only 2,768 is remainder extra. So, how will we do this? We will do it by 2,768 divided by MS. Oh no. 2,768 divided by 6,553.6. Okay. Into 12. How much are we getting? Here it is x. X is the number of months. You solve this by cross multiplication. How much are you getting? You're getting 5.06 something. Correct? 5 point something. Now, 5 months out of 12 months is what percentage? Tell me. If I have 5 months out of 12 months, what percentage is it? Tell me. Is equal to 41.6%. So, here 5 full years plus 5 months or 5 years, 5.416 years. Correct? This is the answer. Is there an option? 5.4 years approximately. This is the right answer. Okay. Did we even need the formula? I have given you the formula. Yes, it is this. But did we even need the formula? By simple common sense, didn't we do this fast? In the exam, in case you ever get a question like this, especially in quant, where Sangana sir audio is not available, uh, you're not able to listen to my voice properly. Are you not able to listen to anything, or properly is it not coming? Answer B. Answer B is correct. Sangana sir, very good. It is 5.4 years. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. So, depreciation also Done. Now, you can solve questions and do it for your reference, for practice. Please do that. Okay. Again, depreciation is one of those topics that you will do in accountancy also. You will practice in both subjects properly. So, I'm not going in, won't go into a lot of depth here because of that. Okay. Okay. Let us continue. Now, now, let us move on to the next topic. Okay. What is this one? It is called rate of return. What is rate of return? Now, say I have in economics you would have studied no optimum utilization of resources and opportunity cost. These two concepts are related here. Rate of return is what? Say I have 100 rupees. If I option number 1 is I put it in a bank and I get how much? I get some 15% return. Okay. Second option is what? Second option is I buy some machinery and this machinery in my business will give me 40% profit or something. Third is what? Third is I go out and I buy chips, okay, and I spend it on food or something. Return is what? Nothing. No return I will get from this. All of these are my options. Yes or no? Similarly, even in yeah. Similarly, for example, if I want to do a combination also I can. So 50 rupees in bank, 50 rupees for something else, like that also I can do. Rate of return simply means wherever you are putting your money, wherever you are investing your money, what is the return that you are getting? What is the compensation that you are getting for this? For example, bank also you'll get, maybe if you put in FD you'll get maybe 12%. If you put it in I don't know, with the share market in your demat account, maybe you'll get 24% return. If not, maybe if you lose off, you'll lose 10% also, minus 10% also may be happening. Okay, this is called the rate of return. Wherever you have put your money, how much are you getting in return of it? How much is your compensation? Sangana sir, ivaga okay na? Are you able to listen to me properly now? Or is there still an issue? If there is still an issue, please let me know. Is it not loud? Is there disturbance? What is happening? Okay, I'm assuming it's okay now. So basically, rate of return is a good method to gauge your investments. To gauge your investments. Gauge andre ಏನು? What does gauge mean? Gauge means to check, not even check, to analyze. Ki I have put 100 rupees 2 years ago. What is happening? Has it given me good profits, bad profits, no profits, loss and loss and loss? What has it given me? To gauge, to analyze my own investments. Okay, rate of return will help you do that, and it will tell you what decisions to make. So, if you have made a decision to put your money in whatever place, X place, Y place, you have put in some machinery and you have lost money. Next time, don't do that. So it will help you make your decisions and analyze your existing investments. Correct? Great. That's all. That is the rate of return concept. Okay. Now, with this in mind, let us go to something called as the NPV method. What is the NPV method? NPV method means, say I want to buy X machinery. Okay, I want to buy machine X. Now, X machine today if I buy, I will have to pay 5 lakh rupees. But if machinery comes into my factory, will it sit there in the showcase? No, it will produce, no? If I am getting 5 lakh rupees worth of machinery, it will produce, maybe it will help me produce more and more units, maybe it will make my production fast, maybe my factory will suddenly become very productive, yes or no? Whenever we get a machinery, we will also get the input of how much it is giving us. Okay, so maybe because of X machinery, year one, you have gotten 1 lakh of cash flow. Okay, year 2 you would have gotten 2 lakh of cash flow. Year 3 you would have gotten 2 lakh of cash flow. Year 4 you have gotten 1 lakh again. Year 5 it is only 50,000. Like this, there is also a cash inflow that is happening because you bought the machinery. So what does NPV say? NPV say because of this machinery, there is both outflow and inflow. Outflow money, kharcha. Inflow money, income. Correct? No. What are they saying? They are saying, if I buy this machinery, my expenses are how much? My expenses are 5 lakh rupees. My income is how much? My income is 1 lakh plus 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 3 plus 2, 5, 6 lakh, 6 lakh 50,000. But once again, time value of money, right? What does this mean? This means what is at the end of year 1 lakh is not the same as year 4 1 lakh. Yes. Similarly, what is year 2 ka ending 2 lakhs is not the same as year 3 ka ending 2 lakhs. Correct or no? So, how will we find out? If I buy X machinery, I am spending 5 lakh rupees today. Yes or no? I will pay today 5 lakh rupees. This year 1 to year 5 is future benefits. Yes or no? So, how will I check this? I will find out the present value of all this. I will find the present value of inflows. Correct? Now, what is net and gross? In accountancy, you would have seen net and gross. Net of what? Net NPV is net present value method. No. So, what is NPV? What is N? Why is net? Net is because we find out the PV of what? We find out the present value of all of these things, of all the outflow. Correct? We find the present value of all this outflow and we net it off. We subtract from it. So if this is present value of the inflow, we find the present value of the income, the inflow, and minus minus the minus the outflow from there. Correct? Outflow is what? It is the 5 lakhs in this case that we spent to buy the machinery. Correct? Shall we do a question? Now, logically think, if I do future income minus expenses, isn't this basic accountancy? Expenses minus, sorry, income minus expense. If it is profit, if it is positive, it is a profit. If inflow mane income minus outflow, I am getting as negative, then what is the case? That is a loss. So shouldn't this tell us if NPV, this present value of inflow minus outflow, is It's called NPV, correct? It's called NPV. Now, if NPV in this case is greater than 0, which means it is positive. Positive means profit. So, if NPV is greater than 0, it is a good deal. Correct? It is a good deal. Should accept. In the same way, if NPV is less than 0, andre minus, so loss, so that is a not a good deal, it is a bad deal, should not accept. Aika, bad deal, should not accept. Okay, understood? Please keep these things in mind, that NPV, if it is greater than 0, good deal, accept. Less than 0, bad deal, no need to accept. Okay. Now, keeping all this in mind, what have we seen? First of all, we need present value of all the inflow. Then once we have that, we will minus it from the we will minus the outflow from it. The result is called the NPV. Once we have the NPV, we will do this analysis and see whether it is a good deal or a bad deal. That is the concept of the NPV method. Okay. Now, let us do a couple of questions. Before that, one more small concept. There is something called as discounting, discounted cash flow. Okay, discounted cash flow basically means this. How much percentage are you going to put as, use as the I for finding the present value? That is called the discount in this case. Okay, it is not called interest, it is called discount. Okay, great. Now, when is the NPV method used? Again, it can be one small theory question. It is used before capital investments. Capital investments like what? Like long term assets, for example, machinery. Okay, right? Amazing. Now, if you don't have the discount rate, if the discount rate is not there with you, normally, again, this is for your knowledge only, if discount rate is not given, usually you will see the opportunity cost thing. Ki ivaga, if the same money, same 5 lakhs, instead of spending on machinery, if I had put it in one bank account, bank FD would have given me 12%, for example. Then my discount rate, if there is no discount rate given, the discount rate will then become 12%. Why? If I had used the same money for some other purpose, then I would have gotten 12%. That is why. Okay. Now that the concept is kind of clear, can we try and do a question if you want? Yeah, please look at example number 43 on your screen. I hope you can see this. Can you see it? Yes? Great. Awesome. What are they saying? They're saying compute the NPV for a project with a net investment of how much? Net investment of 1 lakh rupees, and net cash flows for year 1 is 55,000 rupees, for year 2 is 80,000 rupees, and for year 3 is 15,000 rupees. The company's cost of capital, the discount percentage is 10%. Okay, they have also given you the discounting factor. See, the discounting factor also they have given you. So how can you solve this? Very, very simple. Okay, year 1, year 2, year 3. This is what, how much is the cash flow? The cash flow is 55,000. How much is the discounting factor for the year 1? Year 1 is 0.909. Even if you didn't have the 0.909, how can you get it? You can get it by 1 divided by 1.1. By 1.1, 10% interest. First is equal to is 0.909. Correct? If 2 years andre innonsali is equal to 0.0826. If you look at it here, the second factor will be 0.826. Correct? 0.826. That is what we have gotten. Innonsali is equal to 0.7513. This is also 0.751. Correct? Even if they didn't give you the discounting factor, by 10% you can yourself do it on the calculator. Here, what is the first one? 55,000 into 0.909 m plus. This is how much? This is 49,995. This is how, okay, then what is the next one? Year 2 is 80,000. Correct? 80,000 is how much? 80,000 into 0.826. This is how much? 66,080. Okay. What is Y3? Year 3 is 15,000. 15,000 into 0. How much? 751 is equal to 15,000 into 0.751. This is 11,625. Sorry, 11,265. Correct? Now, what is the total of these three? The total is 1,27,340 rupees. Correct? Yeah, 1,27,340 rupees. This is what? This is the NPV. The net present value is 127,340. Now, how much is the cost of the project? The cost of the project is 1 lakh rupees. Correct? 1 lakh rupees is already today's money. Today 1 lakh. The future value is net present. The future inflow ka present value is 1,27,000. The outflow today only is what? Minus outflow is what? Sorry, this is the present value. This is the 1,27,000 is the present value minus cost of cost of the project is 1 lakh rupees. So the remainder 27,340 rupees is the NPV. Now, is the NPV greater than 0? Is it positive? Yes. So this is a profit. Because this is a profit, does that mean this is a good project? It is a good project. We can accept it. Okay. Let us check. Look at this. See, year 0 cash flows, they have put minus 1 lakh. So the total 49, all of this add karke, the net present value is 27,340 rupees. So it is a good project. Because the net present value is positive, the company should accept the project. Nominal return also we have seen. Great. Now, one last concept and then time value of money is done. Okay, it is called CAGR, compound annual growth rate, CAGR. CAGR, everybody, you would have heard CAGR everywhere. Okay. This is what? NPV method. Okay, so this is a very interesting concept. Okay, we can do this quickly and we can finish the big chapter, that is time value of money. Time value of money, very frequently asked questions, also very frequently asked chapter, except it is a very simple chapter if you think about it. Okay, it is a very scoring chapter. If you know all these, did we not see today sinking fund, depreciation? What else did we see? We saw nominal rate of interest, Okay, we saw perpetuity, growing perpetuity. All of these, if you take names, no, you'll be like, oh my god, itna sara syllabus. But if you think about it, perpetuity, for example, one small p by I is the formula. No other formula can be used also. Even if they want to give you hard questions, there are no hard questions. Okay, it is such easy topics. Okay, it's like some 5 6 easy topics. Now a lot of kids do get confused with time value of money because of that, because it is a big chapter. But now we have successfully done all of the chapters. Okay, we have done all the chapters, only one topic is left. So very good, congratulations, let us finish this properly. Okay, are we ready? CAGR. What is this? CAGR is what? Compound annual growth rate. Annual growth rate. Now, I will give you an example. Okay. Let's say there is my company Infosys. Not really example, imagination. Infosys, for example, 5 years. Let us take fifth year, fourth year, third year, second year, first year. Okay. Now, this year the share, okay, first year the share market may one share was 100 rupees. Okay, second year it became 120 rupees. Okay, third year it became 150 rupees. Fourth year some small loss happened, it became 140 rupees. Year 5 super profits 200. Okay, so over a duration of 5 years, this share has gone from 100 rupees to 200 rupees. Okay, CAGR basically means on an average per year, per annum, which is why it is annual. Okay, on an average per year, how much did this share grow? Or how much did your business profits grow? Or how much did anything grow? That is called as CAGR. That is all. That is the concept. Now, if you think logically, can we put compound interest ka formula here? Can we put this here? Why not? Because 100 rupees was the initial principal. Okay. Total after 5 years, amount became A 200. Think about it. We have to find out R to the power of 5. Why 5 years? Sorry, 4 years only, no? Because end of year 1 was 100. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 years. Okay. How much is this? Tell me. Sorry. If we do this, we will find the CAGR. How do we do this? I'll tell you. Okay. Now, let's do this. 200 divided by 100 is equal to 1 plus r whole to the power of 4. Okay. That is 2. Why? 200 by 100. Now, like everything else, if to the power of 4 goes to the other side, it will become what? Is equal to 1 plus r, correct? What is this? If I say power 1 by 2, that means square root. If I say power 1 by 3, that means cube root. If I say 1 by 4, that means the fourth power, root of the fourth power. So, in your calculators, you can directly just do 2 square root, square root, square root. That's all. 2 times square root. 1.18. So this is 1.189 is equal to 1 plus r. So how much is r? R is equal to 1.189 minus 1 is equal to how much? 0.189 or 18.9%. That is how you do your CAGRs. If you want to, you can also do it with these formulas. Okay, here just pay attention very quickly. I'll do this. Tn is what? Tn is the last year. T0 is the first year. Okay, last. So n is what? 2022. 0 is what? 2018. Okay, so okay. Now, V of Tn is what? 480. V of T0 is what? Value here is 250. Okay, so in this case, can we simply do this as the following? Can't you? Okay, can you see this? CAGR, if we want, it is simply this formula. So V of Tn was what? 480 divided by V of T0 is what? 250 to the power of 1 divided by Tn minus To. Tn is what? Year number last. So what is, how many years here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. 5 minus 1. So how much is that? Minus 1. That is 480 divided by 250. 1.92 square root 1.17713 minus 1 or 0.177, or you can call this as 17.7 percentage. Yes, understanding how easy, how very easy. Okay, let's do another one. Can you see the example over here? Suppose the revenues of a company for 4 years have been 100, 120, 160 and 210. Okay. What are they saying? They are saying year 1 2013 revenue was 100, year 2 was 120, year number 3 was 160, year 4 was 210. Aita? Okay, great. Now, what was the formula here? Do you want to do interest or the actual formula. Both formulas you can do. Let us do with the actual formula only. Instead of the interest formula. Which is what? Which is V of Tn upon V of T0 whole to the power of 1 divided by Tn minus T0 minus 1. Yes, correct. Now, estidu. First of all, what is Tn here? Tn is 4. Aita. T1, T0 is what? 1. Okay. So, first of all, Tn minus T0 is equal to 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. So, this will become what? 1 by 3. Correct? No. So, this part already we have as 1 by 3. Now, what is value of Tn? How much was the flow here? 210. Similarly, what was here? 100 rupees. Can we just simply substitute all this? 210 divided by 100 to the power of the thirds minus 1. Yes. So if we solve this, how much are we getting? Tell me. Something like how much? That will be 1.2779 approx minus 1 or 0.2779, which can also be called as 27.79% approximately. What have they done here? They have also said, yeah, 210 by a third, 1.2779. This is the 9 and 4 and all, these are all calculating either other, correct? No, decimal points, the third decimal points. Sometimes calculation rounding off can happen. 27.74, 27.79 CAGR. Okay. Now, they have also given us what? They have said where and all CAGR can be used. If you want, you can take a note of these, otherwise not. These are all you can study in FM and Inter, not required for CPT level at all. Okay. Great. CAGR. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it. It is 7 o'clock. We have on dot finished CAGR, and with that we have finished time value of money. Okay, that's it. You have been wonderful. Thank you very much for paying attention, for replying, for responding on the chat. You have been really wonderful. I hope you understood something with time value of money. I know a lot of you have issues with English, and I understand. Even for me, for example, when I first came to Bangalore, Kannada was very, very hard. But it is reality, no? If I want to go out and I want to go in a bus or I want to go buy something, I need to speak Kannada. Similarly, to write exams, to survive, to go to corporate jobs and give interviews and all, English is a necessary skill. So when I speak English and I'm like explain Kannadದಲ್ಲಿ I won't do, it is because in the exams you will have to face English. There is CPT or CA Foundation, CA Inter, all of these Kannada medium will not happen. Yes or no? They won't give Kannada exams. It will be Hindi medium or English medium. That's it. Only two mediums. Yes. So if you can't understand English at all, it will be very, very hard for you. That is why I was like, let me do this in English, so that once you start hearing English daily, your fear will also go down. You will be like, ah, English, yeah, I understood, no big deal. Easy only, no. Because if you can do quantitative aptitude, trust me, maths and all you're doing, English is nothing. English is, yeah, English is so simple. Okay, please don't ever be scared about English. It is very, very easy. You need to know it. It's a necessary thing, that's all. It's not some great thing. If you speak English, oh great, nothing like that. If you don't speak, oh yeah, nothing of that sort. For the exams purposes, English is the language that we write the exams in, that's all. Okay, don't worry about it, don't feel tensed about it. It is, the more you see English, the more you hear English, the more easy it will become. Okay, I hope you all had a good time with me. I think we will meet once again in September. Okay, for permutations, combinations, and other quantitative aptitude topics. I hope we have fun then as well. Thank you for joining me all this while. Good evening, good night, Shabak Khair. We'll meet again. Okay. Thank you, Sangana sir, Bhimappa sir, Suma ma'am, Guru Swami sir, Santosh Vatar sir, Nagaraja sir. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for responding in the chat and giving me answers and all throughout. Thank you very much. Good night.